Obviously excited about getting the opportunity to play in the second round of the NIT, as we talked about the game the other night. We had a light workout yesterday, and we'll begin preparations today on Miami. Outstanding team, a team, as I mentioned before, each team you play in the NIT is NCAA tournament teams that could easily advance, and Miami proved to be just that. In fact, I personally think they should have been in. But very well coached team. We've had the opportunity when we were at VCU to go against Coach Larinaga's, George Mason's teams, and always extremely prepared. Guys play with a tremendous amount of confidence, and it'll be a great challenge for our young men. Really excited about the opportunity to play against a school and a program like Miami, and look forward to getting down there.
Thanks, Coach. Go ahead and take questions. Just raise your hand. We'll get a microphone over to you if you have one. Start over here.
For all three of you, just after the kind of high of the other night, how do you sustain that, I guess, going forward into this game?
Coach, why don't you start?
Yeah, I think each game's its own entity. So I don't think there's anything that you can take from a game before and say you can carry it over to the next game. It's a different opponent. Obviously our focus and energy needs to be in, what we want to get done and the things that we do. As I mentioned to you guys during the process of the NIT, we're not changing anything. We are who we are, and we're going to continue to try to get better at that every day. So I don't know if there's any carryover from Illinois other than the fact that it's good to get a nice win against a quality opponent and get a chance to play another team. Momentum is important in postseason, but like I said, each game's its own thing.
Yeah, like Coach said, each game is different, so we just have to try to control the things we can control, bring energy and effort and do the things that Coach asks us to do to go out there and try to win the game.
Right.
And Coach, I know you mentioned the other day just how proud you were and kind of anticipated that Anthony would be proud. Also, and I know all the guys said after the game just that they had played for Anthony, and that was a big motivation for them throughout the course of the game. Just in talking to Anthony afterwards, as I'm sure you did, just how proud was he of the game, and what did he think?
Yeah, I've kind of talked about not sharing our private conversations, but it was exactly what I thought. Really proud that we got a chance to send Levi, Rodney, and Dakota off the Coleman Coliseum floor in the right way. I'm glad we got that opportunity to do that, and I think he was really excited about that for them. And it was good for our young men to get out there and play because we needed to get out and play. They needed to do what they do, which is play the game of basketball. That's what they enjoy doing.
Back to Stan.
Coach, talk a little bit more about Miami and what some of the things that make them more, really effective. Are they a quick tempo team or?
They're a team that really is athletic at a number of positions. Very good offensive basketball team, both in transition, a lot of ball screens. Their staff does a great job of putting their individual personnel in positions to be successful, and they really thrive on that. They're a team that doesn't beat themselves, low turnover team. His teams have always been teams that traditionally you got to go beat them. They're going to be as solid as can be, both offensively and defensively. They do have some depth. They're a young team in terms of overall roster, in terms of their young guys, but some of their more productive players are their veterans, so they've got a nice mixture.
For Levi, just looking back on the previous game and going forward, has this helped you? Is this a better feel than going off of a loss at senior day, a loss in the SEC tournament? What has the NIT done for you?
Well, just being a competitor, you want to try to win as many games as possible. So winning is always the motivation, the main thing. So it was good to get a win in Coleman. Probably be my last game playing there, but we just want to take it to the next step and just look forward to Miami now.
Levi, saw a feature story that was done when Trevor Lacey-Graves mentioned like a relationship that you guys have, and he said that you guys still keep in contact. Hey, first of all, how much do you guys still talk, and I guess how much do you talk throughout the course of this season?
Yeah, that's one of my good friends. We're from the same hometown, but we talk, like friends do.
And just what do you think of him and what he's been able to accomplish this year? It seems like he's done some good things where he is, and obviously being ready for an NCAA tournament game. Just what have you thought of the year he's had and what he's been able to accomplish there?
Well, he's had a great year. He's done everything I would expect him to do. He's a great player.
Go over to Michael on the far left.
Have you guys ever been to, you guys been to Miami before? You plan on, as like a reward, is there any chance you guys will go out and, see in the city?
Well, it's our first time going, but, it's a business trip. We want to go try to take care of business. We have a game Saturday, so we need to prepare mentally and focus on Miami.
Go ahead, Rich.
Just like Levi said, we're going in there to play Miami and go out of there victorious.
It's like, I don't know if you guys, were you see the game where they played Duke earlier this year in Cameron Indoor and blew them out? Did you see that when it happened, or have you watched it since?
I wasn't able to see the game, but I'm sure we'll watch film and we'll know more about the team personnel in the upcoming days.
When you just think about, you're playing a team that beat Duke by that much in Cameron Indoor,
The game of basketball, anybody can beat anybody. So whenever you step on the court, you have to be ready to play. It's NCAA basketball, so everybody that you're playing are great basketball players. So we just have to be ready to play.
Brandon, you got anything? Okay, let's go over to the far left here, up front, Alex.
I was going to ask, y'all mentioned, you played with passion, not emotion, the other night. Can you match that same passion in the game away from town, several days removed now from Grants Fire, and can y'all match that for the players?
We're like Coach said, it's each game is a different game, but when you're motivated, when you love the game, you want to try to go out there and play your hardest. The coaches always tell us to control the things we can control with your energy and effort. So we're going to try to take that with us on the road and do the things that we need to do.
The thing about that is, we play for each other. I play for our coaching staff and I play for my brothers that are in there every day with me, working their butts off. So if it's at home or if it's on the road, that stays the same. So I know they're in my corner, they're there. So I'm going to fight for them tooth and nail, and I'll give everything I got.
So take a couple more questions. We'll start up here with Matt.
Coach, I'm sure you self-evaluated after the other day also, aside from just breaking down the team. What did you think of your first head coaching job in a while, and I guess the positives and negatives that went along with that?
It wasn't about me, and when I viewed the tape, it was strictly about how we were executing, how we were playing through whatever mistakes that we made, what we can get better at. That's really how it was evaluated. These guys made it easy on me because they went out and played with a focus and attention to detail and an energy level. The internal leadership of this team, I brought this up on several occasions, and it goes back to the last question that was asked. Playing with passion more than emotion. It's because of these guys, okay? The internal leadership from these guys has been outstanding. And I fully expect it to continue when we go on the practice floor this afternoon, because that's what it's about, and that's the consistency level that these guys have found. And so I fully expect us to go in there and play with a great deal of passion on Saturday.
Last question over to Cecil here.
Yeah, just to follow up on Jimmy, was he able to get rehydrated? Does he be available as far as you know?
Yeah, I think he was fine when we did stuff yesterday. I think he'll be fine.